Hello, and welcome back to Touhoumon, Another World. Last time, we went into the Scarlet Devil Mansion, got a little bit of backstory on this game, and then we went to fight Vermilia and got completely destroyed. However, now 4 hours into the game, I have been training a bit, and as you should see, my Marissa evolved to my surprise. Seeing as the last starter that I used evolved at level 24, Marissa evolving at level 18 caught me off guard. However, that means that this fight should be much easier than it was last time. So I'm just going to blow right through the dialogue that we've already seen and get on to the fight. Oh, I would like to mention though, the reason why I thought this fight would be a bit easier than it turned out to be is because at the start of the game, you do get a Kanto starter, which is one of the three fairies of light, being Star Sapphire, Sunny Milk, or Lunar Child. Every single other playthrough, I've always gotten Sunny Milk. However, this time, I've gotten Star Sapphire. Sunny Milk is fire type, thus, against Sakuya, it has a super effective move, being Ember, as well as Will-O-Wisp, which halves the opponent's attack by burning them, making Sakuya a piece of cake, and also crippling the next Bonka she has, being Vermilia, making the fight way easier than it currently is with my team. However, I am using a bit of a cheese strat here, if you would like to call it that, being I'm planning on lowering Sakuya's accuracy down to the minimum, which is -6 stages. So I just need to hit it with this mud shot and lower its accuracy 6 times. We've gotten pretty unlucky that all of Sakuya's moves have been hitting so far. However, with their accuracy so low, she shouldn't be able to hit us much longer with any sort of consistency. As you see right there, we finally get a miss. Man, this Sakuya really likes hitting. Though to be fair, I do believe Sakuya does have the same passive ability as the L Sakuya that I actually have used, which is Elegant, which increases accuracy, meaning my lowering accuracy isn't as effective. However, it still should be decently effective for this fight. Jeez, that was pretty unlucky. I actually did do a practice run of this fight with the same levels and everything, just to see if I could actually beat this fight or if I needed to grind more before starting this episode. Well, in that fight, Sakuya missed a lot more. And the fight wasn't very close, but it was still closer than I would have liked. In that one missed move on my behalf, or if the enemy crit, I might have lost. So let's hope that doesn't happen, and instead, I win this fight pretty easily, as I should. Hopefully. However, if you remember last time, I still do have 2 different super potions to go through, which at this low level should heal Sakuya back up to full. One down, one more to go. Jeez. Already one attack, one double kick at least, away from being knocked out. Oh, and this is it. However, I did mention that my Marissa evolved, and sadly that made my already most over-leveled Bonka even more powerful, now to the point of it being absurd. Marissa is at least twice, if not 3 times stronger than my other Bonka. There's that last super potion. Perhaps it would have been better for me to bring in Marissa earlier and try and steal that citrus berry. That would have been most helpful, as it would have been a full heal, basically. Well, if it's only... Citrus berry only restores 30 HP, however, since it activates at half health, Marissa's half health point is actually less than 30 HP, so it would have still healed me back up to full. Now, in my previous playthroughs, since Sunny Milk made Sakuya so easy, this was probably my biggest worry up to this point in the game. However, with Marissa being so absurdly strong, just see what happens. Yeah, that's what happens. See, Amelia gets obliterated. And we win, finally. So we get HM05. If you teach that to a Bonka, any place, no matter how dark it is, can be lightened up. It's not anything I particularly need in the first place, though. Since I never use it, you can go ahead and keep it. So we get the HM Flash. Now, most of you maybe remember Flash as being a not very practical move. You could always just run through a cave in the dark. It's not that hard if you know where you're going, or just have a lot of patience and trial and error. And most of the time I would do that, as Flash has no actual combat power, but as you might have seen, they buffed Flash. And now Flash is one of the best moves in the entire game for combat. As you saw earlier, I really like using lowering accuracy, and even though Sakuya did have an ability, a passive ability that raised her own accuracy to make it less effective, still being able to dodge moves made the battle a bit easier to deal with. And so having that same exact effect on a 70 base power move is pretty absurd, especially with Psychic type being one of a very great offensive type. So pretty much early game, my advice is put Flash on literally everything that can learn it. Like, if you don't have Flash on something, and it can learn Flash, and you don't have something better because you're like, already beaten the game, I don't know at what point in the game you lost something better than Flash, then you really just need to put Flash on it. As an HM, you don't have to actually... it's not just a one-time use. HMs are infinite use. I'm going to get rid of Foresight, seeing as all my moves are already 100% accurate. Except for Flash, I believe. Flash might not be 100% accurate. We'll see whenever we get back to the menu. Yeah, it's only 90% accurate, meaning there is a 1 in 10% chance that the move will miss. Which might be kind of ironic, seeing as it's a move that causes your opponents to miss. However, with that out of the way, finally, we can move on to our next objective. The Haunted Mansion. I guess Abandoned Mansion. But it is haunted. If you call having a few ghosts there haunted, I guess that's the meaning of haunted. Now, however, before we go there, there is a matter that I wish to take care of. So, I think I'll just leave it here, and then I'll meet up with you again once I've taken care of it. Oh, what am I thinking? We need to explore the route first. I forgot. First, we have an escape rope. That'll help us escape from a dungeon, like the one we're about to enter. Not my bag. I wanted to see... Yes, I needed to make sure I did have Chin out first. Now... Okay, we got a couple fairies that want to battle. These aren't any difference from the ones that we fought before. Well, just a couple higher levels, but honestly, after that last fight, this shouldn't be much of a problem. Oh. Actually, I could possibly take some damage here. But nope, only 2 hits. I'm fine. Ugh. Another Amelia. I'm gonna keep Chin in, as Amelia is more of a glass cannon. Oh, I forgot. Intimidate. That's not fun. Let's see how much damage we can do even with our lowered attack. Jeez. I think I'll need to switch out here. I would use our new flash move, however, Vermilia being dark type isn't actually immune to psychic. In this game, dark doesn't have an immunity to psychic, but is still a resistance. So that means that bubble actually just does, I think, more. Actually, doing the math, you can do this pretty simply to figure it out. Resistance is cut it in half, so psychic being base 70. Here, I'll show you. Psychic being base 70 is cut in half and has 35 base power. However, bubble has base 20, so you'd think Flash would still be stronger. But keep in mind... Oh, wait. I am wrong. Bubble has same type attack bonus, which is 1.5 times boost. Mean Bubble has 30 base power. Pound has 40. Psychic, Flash has 35. However, note that our special attack is much higher than our physical attack. So, I think Flash would probably still be the better move here. Of course, since it's already so low, we didn't really get to see how powerful it actually is. Though you did get to see that, in fact, Dark is not immune to Psychic in this game. So I'm just gonna go heal back up, and then we'll be back in the route. I just noticed the Scarlet Devil Mansion's missing the S whenever you walk onto it. Scarlet Devil Mansion? Alright, back to the Northern Road. So there's 2 more trainers here, I believe. Oh wow, did you come here on a dare? No, I came here because some shut-in reading books that uses magic told me I needed to come here. Oh wait, Kokuma isn't flying yet. I can hit it with... I can hit it with ground type moves. Okay, that did less damage than I expected. Confusion being the staple early game psychic type move isn't very high in base power. However, Kokuma being psychic type does get same type attack boost with it. And psychic types already hit very hard as it is. Kokuma being on the lesser hard-hitting side, comparative to, say, this Bonka right here, who hits very, very hard. But still Kokuma does have a very high special attack stat, as it is a psychic type. Just not anywhere near on the level of Patula. As you'll be seeing, Patula's special attack stat is pretty darn stupid. So, I believe this is the last trainer battle. In this route, at least, the northern road. Mei-Ling. Oh. Yeah, Karate Chop does have a high crit ratio, meaning it has twice the chance of a normal attack to crit. Going from 1 in, I think, 32 or 16 or something, doubling that. I'm sorry, I'm not up to date on the latest information on crit ratios in Generation 3. Oh, Marissa has another item. I should pick that up. Actually, while I was grinding, I went and kept taking items consistently off of Marissa whenever she picked them up. Most often, actually, she had rare candies. Oh, and there you can see just how stupidly powerful Flash is in this game. Rare candies being an item that raised the level of any Bonka by 1. As you can imagine, these are very, very valuable. Though I don't want to actually use too many of them unless I have to, because I honestly would rather just spend the time, you know, training and fighting. I honestly don't understand what I did there. I brought in Si Chin, I guess because I wanted the experience on it. However, I can't actually keep that in. Oh, and Aaliyah. Oh, oops. That's not what I wanted. I still wanted Flash. I think Flash should do more. It does about the same. But it does lower accuracy, which is really helpful. Not that it's helping right now. So Chin did level up. That's nice. Alright. Chin will be lagging behind us a little bit because of Star Sapphire getting Flash now allows it to Peachy Berry, cures poison. Star Sapphire's do Flash ability, allowing it to fight against stronger enemies, whereas Chin does have Dig, a decently powerful move. It's still nothing on the level of Flash, and Ground type isn't that great so far, since we haven't met anything weak to it, really. So we have this tree that looks like it can be cut down. So yeah, we can't do anything with that just yet. So actually, now's a great time before we enter the abandoned mansion for me to get done what I wanted to get done. Alright, I'll meet you back when I have that done. Alright, here's C. Patula, right now the bane of my existence. As I've been trying to catch this thing for quite a while, but it has a unique aspect in that, like Abra from the Pokemon games, it will teleport away immediately, making you unable to catch it. If you do not throw an orb the first turn, mean you can't damage it to increase the likelihood of catching it. And oh my gosh, we finally caught one. Now for how annoying... Uh-oh, I didn't read that. How annoying it is to catch, it does have a good reward. First off, it has the teleport ability, which is, decent. It's sort of the same thing as Dig. Dig is a free escape rope, whereas Teleport takes you right back to the Pokemon Center you last used, meaning you don't have to walk all the way back if it's a long ways. However, one of the better reasons to get Petula is if you look at these stats, that special attack is pretty high, rivaling that of Star Sapphire's, who is 8 levels above it. Seeing as Star Sapphire has special attack as one of its higher stats, that's actually pretty impressive. Now, actually, I do want to level it up, but there is some other stuff that I want to do first. However, actually, let's teach it Flash. See, Petula is able to learn a lot of HMs and TMs, as well as just in general, its move pool is very varied among special moves. It can learn almost any special move and makes good use out of all of them with its special attack stat. Anyways, I will be right back. Whew, that was very difficult. However, we did manage to catch Team Amelia, which, as you probably couldn't tell from that last battle in which I one-shot it, Amelia is actually fairly strong. A vampire girl who lived for 500 years, she has a childish personality, a young Scarlet Moon. So, no nickname. But as you could tell, I've been trying to grind Petula up a little bit. Now I'm going to have to grind Amelia up. This will be a difficult task, however, I'm up for trying. So, I'd say, we have a little bit more time. I'm actually going to attempt to go inside the abandoned mansion. Because, honestly, if I were to spend my time grinding, then this recording session would have to be cut short due to the fact that I wouldn't want to spend too much real time recording, and so I'd like to make progress in the actual story and gameplay itself. So as you can see, Flash works like a charm and gets rid of all that icky darkness. So, in the abandoned mansion, obviously, we have ghosts. The most prominent of which, and really the only ones that appear here, are the Poltergeist sisters, being Lyrica, Merlin, and, how can I forget the last one's name? Forgive me. We'll be seeing it soon enough. Anyways, they come with a few moves that we haven't seen before. Astonish, being a very low base power. I believe it's only 20, just like Bubble. A ghost type move. However, it does have a chance to make your opponent flinch. If your opponent flinches, then that basically means for that turn they do nothing. Cheer, however, is just this game's Splash. It does nothing. As far as I know, it has no ability to actually do anything. Here it is. What's the last one's name? Lunasa, of course. How could I forget? Actually, I'll stick it out with fighting this one. Though I do want to fight that trainer and get the EXP from him. And I don't want any of my Bonka to be too low. Now, Ghost type does have one big weakness, being Dark. It also is weak to itself. However, I don't plan on catching a Ghost type this playthrough, as I already have a Dark type in Amelia. And Dark type and Ghost types are basically offensively the same, only Dark type has less weaknesses defensively. So honestly, if you can get a Dark type over a Ghost type, I would recommend it. Even Rumia, having such low stats as she does get better in the game. So I would recommend getting Rumia over getting any of these. Though I do say I did pick up a Merlin, and it did serve me fairly well in my second playthrough of this game. So I'm not saying ghost types are bad, simply I prefer dark types. Now, I would like to use Patula here, however, Ghost type is super effective against Psychic. And due to the fact that Ghost type is physical, that means that with Patula having such low physical defense, she would be taking a lot of damage. Now right here we have Nightshade, a move I was hoping they didn't have, for pretty obvious reasons. As you can see, that did 12 damage. Also notice that they were level 12. That's because Nightshade does exactly the same amount of damage as your level. And so, even if the Bonka using Nightshade has very low attack stat, Nightshade will still do that set amount of damage. Thankfully, we can still live one due to the fact that we're on 13 HP and we are fighting a level 12. However, now we are below 12. So, we do have to worry a little bit. And there it is. As you'll see, despite the fact that Astonish only did 2, this will easily be enough to knock us out. So now we have to bring in Chin. As you could possibly imagine, normal type moves, as well as fighting type moves, do quite literally nothing to ghost types. So I'll be having to stick with my ground type moves for now. However, Merlin is not one for the defensive side, taking a lot of damage. Finally, Lyrica. So, of the Poltergeist sisters, in case you were thinking about catching one or just were interested in knowing what each of them were about, Lyrica right here is really fast. However, her attack stat and defensive stats are about average. Whereas on the other hand, Merlin has a very good attacking stats, whereas her defensive stats are rather lacking. And her speed is definitely not the greatest. And then lastly you have Lunasa, who doesn't have the greatest attacking stats, and her speed is nothing to be impressed with, but her defensive stats are okay. Of course, Chin here is much faster than Lyrica, due to mostly the 5 levels, but also the fact that Chin is incredibly fast. Now we've defeated a nameless ghost. That sounds like a simple enough task, since we've defeated plenty of nameless fairies already. But I would like to go and do one more battle. Oh nice, another Miko orb. Before ending this episode, as I know we'll have 2 short episodes in a row. However, I still think that I need to get around to getting my Remilia and my Patula up to the level of the rest of my team. And to do so would require much time training. And so I would rather do that in between episodes rather than drag out an episode with me training or just exhaust myself. Now for the last battle we have another nameless ghost. This one doesn't say anything. Some of them will. Oh my, I forgot. So Ghost is a rather special Bonka. Do you know Shedinja from the Pokemon games? It can only be hurt by things that it's weak to. This is known as Wonder Guard in the Pokemon games. In this game, it's called Omega Guard. Thankfully, though, Ghost only has 1 HP. However, this could be a little bit of a problem, seeing as we only have one move that is actually super effective against Ghost, being Thief. As I mentioned, Dark is weak to Ghost. Ghost is weak to Dark. So he's sending out another one. Too bad Amelia hasn't learned a Dark type move, or it actually might be able to get a level off of this by itself. However, I'm just thankful that we actually do have something super effective against Ghost. Due to the fact that you possibly could have nothing super effective against it, since none of the TMs or HMs that you've been given so far actually are. And it's possible to not acquire a Bonka that learns a Dark type move or a Ghost type move. And those are, in fact, the only two weaknesses that I know of for Ghost types. I hope I'm not forgetting something obvious, but I don't believe I am. Anyways, you know what? I'm going to actually save. 5 hours into the game, we already have apparently one badge. That actually does count towards the Kanto Pokemon League, Bonka League. However, you will not acquire 8 badges while in Jinsoko, so you still do have to do all 8 of the... Well, no you don't. You can skip the first few gym battles if you want in Kanto, however, I would not advise it. But then again, that is a very long way from now, so that doesn't matter. For now, let's just save. So next time, we'll be finishing up the abandoned mansion, hopefully. And then we'll be returning that tome and seeing what else there is in store for us in Jinsoko. Until next time, see ya.